This is a Beanbag Chair Media production.
Welcome to Anime Noise.
I'm Garrett. I'm a performing musician by trade, graduated with a bachelor's degree in music production, and have been binging anime for almost 2 decades.
And I'm Emily. I am a classically trained violinist and have been indulging in the animes since I was a wee little human.
This is an anime review podcast, where we help the new viewer decide where they want to start while taking the superfan on a deep dive into the overlooked realm of music and sound effects. Hello.
Wow.
Was that one chick say on TikTok? Konnichiwa, what's up?
Konnichiwa, what's up? I loved that. She taught you how to say all these bad words.
Hi, hello, konnichiwa, what's up?
She's like, I feel like a lot of idiots just say baka.
It's true.
So don't look like an idiot. I'm going to give you some more words and choose who you use it around wisely.
That's right.
So nobody here is getting any bad names called at them. So konnichi, what's up, guys? It is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day you're listening to this. Welcome back to another episode of Anime Noise. Thanks for coming in late, asshole.
Yeah, sometimes I come in late, you know?
Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Fashionably late.
All right, guys. This episode was Birthday Girl's choice.
It was Birthday Girl's choice.
You guys helped me decide.
Absolutely true.
We proved the results, and here we are.
Yeah, you guys voted for this one too. What was the other one?
I didn't have another one.
You just said yes or no?
I said yes or no, and then I gave the option. If it was a no, then I had a backup plan of people.
And everybody just wished you happy birthday instead of giving you a backup plan?
No. Some people gave us anime that we've already done.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or anime that we haven't seen. Although Nightmare Supreme did say, he was like, I know that this is, you're probably not going to have time to watch this, but watch Rising of the Shield Hero.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I want to watch.
We definitely have to watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it. Don't worry, Vincent. We'll watch it.
We're in the middle of Fate Zero right now. So,
yeah.
And I think we might do that one next week. Or we got to finish Hunter x Hunter. We're still deciding.
We still have 2 more episodes of Hunter x Hunter, though.
I thought we only had one.
I'm almost exhausted of Hunter x Hunter.
No, we only have one more.
No, because we have to finish the Chimera Ant, and then we have to do the chairman election. There's still 2 more OSTs we have to do.
Oh, fuck. No, I thought we did. There's only 5 OSTs, right?
Yeah.
We did 4.
Have we done 4?
Yeah.
Do we only have 1 more left?
We only have 1 more.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That shit is chaos over there in
Yeah,
Hunter x Hunter land.
It makes me exhausted thinking about trying to do it.
That is so unorganized.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We are doing Domestic Girlfriend or Domestic na Kanojo. I hope I said that right. You know us at this point. We fuck around with the pronunciations.
Yeah. Actually, I've been made fun of at work about
for your
pronunciations.
Well,
I
yeah.
was like, we will never get these right unless we learn Japanese. I'm sorry. I cannot.
It is it's a hard fuck around is what it is.
We try our best. Okay. So for those of you who have not seen Domestic Girlfriend, you should definitely go watch it.
It's pretty entertaining.
It's entertaining, to say the least. It takes a whole new level of...
it's a little spicy, a little mildly taboo.
We got it's incest, but it's not incest.
It's not incest. They're step siblings.
Yeah, well...
And they hooked up before they were step siblings.
That's true. You're very right. That is not the true for homegirl.
Oh,
Hina.
Hina.
Hina, that is not true. And I know how
I feel like we're totally spoiling all of this for you.
And I know how the manga ends, so...
Yeah, oh yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
That's a whole different scenario.
I would say definitely watch it. I mean, people are like, oh, fucking Incest so weird. I can't watch that. Did you watch Game of Thrones? Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you probably did.
That's way worse. That's real
way
incest.
worse. That's way worse. Okay, let's just continue on our way.
Let's move right along here.
All right, so it aired January to March of 2019, so it's fairly new. 12 episodes with a runtime of 24 minutes each episode. This covers chapters 1 through 72. It excludes some chapters that were skipped, including some steamy ones that I heard about.
There's a lot of steamy stuff in the
There's a lot of steamy
manga.
stuff in the manga. So drama and romance. That's what you're looking for.
Oh,
This is drama and romance to a T. So I'm going to give you a little summary that I came up with, and I think it's perfect. Boy falls in love with teacher. Boy meets girl at party. Boy's dad remarries, and teacher plus girl become boy's step siblings. And you watch it all unravel. You know, in my notes for the OST, for one of the songs, I was listening to it and I was like, man, you know, this poor guy. And then I took a step back and I was like, this is all the shit that he got himself into. He got himself into this. I mean, I
don't feel bad for him.
Not the dad remarrying, but after dad remarrying, he could have totally just stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have totally just stopped.
He didn't. All right, the studio that did this is Diomedia?
Diomedea. I don't know.
It looks like Diomedia. They have also done My Girlfriend is a Show Bitch.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
That's an interesting title. Squid Girl, and their most recent was The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent. Not a whole lot of mainstream anime from these guys. That's for sure.
And they also don't like doing second seasons.
No, they don't. Apparently that's a thing for them.
Yeah, it's a thing for them.
This anime was licensed by Sentai Filmworks out of Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, H-Town.
Gross.
It was directed by Shota Ihata, who's also done Girlish Number and has touched on some huge titles. Dead Man Wonderland, Darling in the Franxx, Dragon Ball Super, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Your Lie in April.
Yeah, he did like key animation and stuff like that.
Damn. Those are all big, and we've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Except for Girlish Number, obviously.
Well, yeah. That was the only other one that he directed. This is like his second directed anime.
Cool. Well, I mean, they did it. They did a good job. It was definitely entertaining. It was silly and like fantastical.
But
and,
it also had you on the edge of your seat, like, oh my God, what the fuck is he gonna do next?
Yeah, it was mild soap opera, I guess.
It was. It was like one of those like
a bit soap opera-y.
It was soap opera, so it was like a secret pleasure kind of thing. Like you felt like you needed to watch it in secret, but I don't care. So.
Love triangles and drama and hot for teacher, hot for school girl. Yeah, all the girls are crying. He's crying.
We're all crying for ice cream.
Exactly. All right, Emily, take us into the sound director.
All right. So the sound director is Yayoi Tateishi. Sudere Children, Happy Sugar Life, Roommate, and the most biggest name on this, he did the sound production for Black Clover.
Oh, yeah.
So we're here for that.
I think that was Sure Dure Children.
Sure, I don't know, man. I don't know how to pronounce things.
Keep going.
Sound effects, Noriko Izumo. He did Assassination Classroom, Fairy Tale, and two of so Inu Baku Secret Service is one of my nostalgic animes, like one of the first animes I just was searching on Hulu. So I'm really excited about seeing that name. And then Kami-sama Kiss is one of my When Garrett's Not Home animes that I have going on right now.
You have some Garrett's Not Home animes?
Yeah.
I need to have some of my own animes. I don't have any.
You
Except for Baki, I guess. I haven't finished that yet.
Well, I guess you did start watching that without me while I was sleeping, huh?
Yeah, you fall asleep during anime, so I switch over to anime that you don't care about.
I do like Baki.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Don't fall asleep then. Ooh.
I'm sorry, who goes to work?
Me.
Oh, right. Me. Jerk.
Jerk.
All right. The manga creator is it Kei?
It's got to be Kei.
Kei Sasuga. Real name Kaiko Sasaki. Has been actively writing since 2009, and the only other work that she's done is a manga called GE Good Ending. I've never heard of it.
Now I want to know how it ends.
I don't know anything about anything that she's not.
You don't know anything about anything.
I don't know anything about anything. I was having a really hard time getting information about all of the things. So what we have is what you get, and now we just gotta
and you don't throw a fit.
We don't throw a fit. But it's time for music, bitches.
Yeah, I'm ready to do music, bitches.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wait, but I get to talk about the first OP.
Fine.
You can talk about the OST and the ending.
Fine.
You
Go for it.
know that this is my shit.
Go for it.
This is the only reason I really wanted to do this anime, and it was to finally talk about this chick because I've been obsessed.
Minami?
Yeah.
Well, bring us into it. Let's go.
Kawaki wo Ameko, Crying for Rain by Minami. This single was released in January 2019 as her major debut single. It peaked at number 14 on the Oricon, and the single contains multiple tracks, all of which are fucking awesome. Main actor Lilac Hollowness, which is my favorite song from her. It comes with this awesome animated music video that actually made me cry when I first watched it.
Really?
That was how I found Minami. And then I was like, oh my God, she did the intro for Domestic Girlfriend too. I had no idea.
You're fangirling right now.
I love Minami. She's so young, but she's got like an awesome voice and an awesome story behind every track. And then the last track on it is Prologue, including the song we're talking about. There's an anime version of the single and there's a regular version, and each version leaves a track off. So one is like lacks track 4 and one lacks track 5, but they have 4 tracks total on each single, but there's 5 total songs that could potentially be on the single.
That's weird.
Super weird.
That is weird.
But it's probably because the anime version contains all of the songs.
Okay.
Like their insert songs used throughout the anime.
Gotcha.
All right, so a little bit about Minami. She's been active since 2015 when she was about 17 or 18. She started under the Flying Dog label due to the fact that she won the Flying Dog Audition Grand Prix in 2017. She was influenced by live performances by musician Yutaki Ozaki. I like that. Yutaki Ozaki.
That's a very catchy name.
Yeah. She just released a new mini album on July 21st, so I'm going to go check that out.
Ooh.
And I wish that there were more about her because I've been incredibly obsessed, and I would like to know more about like who she is, but her biography is literally just when she's going to be on tour. That's it.
We'll have to go see her and then ask her.
Yes.
And wouldn't that be great?
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm here for it.
Well, let's play the song, shall we?
Yeah, let's rock out.
Oh, I remember this fucking song.
Yeah.
What a great opening
That's
sequence.
a great opening sequence. It even shows like the
Piano
person
player.
playing the piano. Nobody in this plays piano. So I like that they incorporated like the musical aspect of the song into the animation. It's such a catchy song too.
Arranged very well, too. The drum groove is really cool.
But actually, the animation for this opening sequence is pretty similar to how she does her own music videos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like how they have this. Oh, they have all the girls in here.
Yeah.
Who's playing piano? It's not him. Is it Rui?
I don't know.
Looks like it.
But it's like the genre of the music like kind of like changes throughout the sequence. Like it's kind of like starts out like it's going to be like this like almost like a love song, and then it like rocks out real hard and gets kind of groovy, and then it kind of slows down a little bit and changes.
Yeah, they bring the groove back a little bit. Dial it back. It's arranged really, really well. Written very, very well. It has some very cool parts. I would definitely. It's a great song. I want to listen to the whole thing now.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a great song. The bass tone's killer. The bass and drums groove very nicely. I loved the breakdowns from it and how they open up into the hooks. And you don't really hear a super strong hook.
Mm-mm.
It is just like the melody and the story just keeps going with her vocals. So yeah, it's a great song.
Yes.
I dig it.
This is the sole purpose of why I chose Domestic Girlfriend.
Just for this song.
Just for this song.
Well, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
It's an anime fucking music podcast.
So a little bit about lyrics. The first little bit before we start rocking out is inexperienced, heartless. Why would you do that? You refreshed without my consent.
Those are the lyrics?
Inexperienced, heartless, but even so, be beautiful. Those are the lyrics.
Okay. Inexperienced. I wonder who that's about.
No destiny, unworthy. If it's like this, then probably things will go well. If we just talk as if it's never enough, things, money, love, words. I'm tired of self-asserting myself already. Deja vu, what are you so unsatisfied about? You said all sorts of selfish things. What more could you possibly want? I kind of don't mind that about you. Honestly, I'm sick of hearing that line. The one thing I don't want is ambiguousness. Enough. Even if you say to do this or that, even if you say you love me or why. It's easy if it's just for fun. How many times are those worn out unexpectedly? Serious words going to be used? We were hoping anyway, even if it was a fixed race. Even all those quoted phrases making backtracking words taboo. Take a hint, don't let it rain.
This sounds like it's coming from Rui.
Yeah, I agree. She's such a angsty little...
Well, she also bottles up all of her emotions.
Well, she
bottles up everything. She doesn't show her friends. She doesn't show Natsuo. Anything that she's thinking is totally bottled up.
I mean, if you think about at the beginning of the anime, she wanted to feel more like an adult and she wanted people to treat her like an adult. So that's why she thought that having sex was going to make her feel like an adult. So I feel like she does that because she just wants to be mature, but really her not talking about her feelings
makes her immature.
Makes her immature.
She doesn't communicate.
She doesn't know how to communicate.
Yep. And I think she probably learns that. She does learn that throughout the anime. That's being
That's
mature
kind of
doesn't mean boning. It means communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not a real word.
But I use it anyways.
Do you think it fits?
I do think it fits.
I think it definitely fucking fits. It's a great song.
I wish, since we're about to move on to it, I wish that the OST matched the intensity of this song.
Yeah, certainly not the whole OST matches this anime. But let's get into it now, shall we? It does. We've decided that it fits.
Yes.
So we're 1 for 1 so far. Let's get into the OST. The OST is titled Domestic na Kanojo Sound Collection. That seems obvious. It was released. It was released March of 2019. Contains 31 tracks and runs about 10 minutes over an hour. And it was from the Flying Dog label. The composer is Masato Koda. He graduated. Right?
He.
Okay. He graduated from the Kunitachi College of Music in the 90s and immediately joined Capcom. He must be talented if he can just do that immediately. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And he worked on pretty big game series too.
He's done a ton of work with the video games and not so much with anime. He left Capcom in 2003, has been working for Design Wave Company as a freelancer. And he's worked on a few things, Devil May Cry series, Monster Hunter series,
Those are video games.
They're also, are they just video games? I feel like Monster Hunter was an anime too. I could be wrong.
Well, he didn't work on that. I'm talking about the game
just
series.
The video games.
Yeah.
Okay. He did the arrangement of some of the Super Smash Bros. Songs and arpeggios of Blue Steel, Ars Nova, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World as well. Mm-hmm. So that was the only anime he's really done.
Arpeggios of Blue Steel is an anime. But yeah, those were really, he worked on some other anime, but I've never heard of them. they didn't even have like many reviews. It doesn't seem like they got any popularity whatsoever. But mostly video games. That's a exhausted list of video games he's worked on.
I really want to know. I wish I was more into gaming. I wish I had time to game.
Oh,
so
me
I could
too.
listen to some of these OSTs from the games too, because I want to give this guy a second chance. This OST has a couple of like solid B+ songs, maybe even one A song.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is C and D level. It is.
I don't.
Then again, the anime is like not an A+ anime by any means either. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. A lot of this stuff was super cookie cutter, very generic, and then like I said, there's a couple of songs that just they
catch you, and it felt like there was actually thought that went into it.
Yeah, or at least that the performer and the composer related to the theme and the emotion of the song. You know, you can hear it. You can hear how they relate to it a bit more, seem more into it. But what were your overall notes for the OST?
So my overall notes were, so before we started listening to the OST, Garrett was like, man, I just don't know where all these songs are. Like, it's been a hot minute since we've watched the anime. And I had already kind of previewed the OST, and I was like, I really don't think you're going to need it. So then once we started really listening to it, by tracks like 5, I was like, I feel like you don't really need to know where the songs belong because they're all so cut and dry. Like, it's just like whatever you expect from the title is what you get. And there is nothing intricate, or it's all kind of whimsical or within the same theme as the main theme. Like, there were a lot of like annoying instrumentation.
Yeah. There's one instrument in particular that I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah. And my next one was the OST is pretty lackluster. A few songs that aren't blatantly obvious. That was, my second note. And
we did star a couple.
We did star a couple. I think a couple. I did. Maybe I starred more. I starred more than I thought.
A couple for me got starred just because they were like a little different than everything else on the OST. A lot of it sounds the same.
Yeah. And then this is kind of rude, but it's like I was kind of getting angry by like track 21. And so I was like, I don't think this composer really had it in him to do an anime. Did he even listen to anime OSTs before doing this? There's an expectation. Like, what?
I also have to consider the fact that this is a soap opera, drama, romance kind of anime. It's silly and cheesy and fantasy, It is not the most realistic thing. So
neither is Attack on Titan.
But Attack on Titan is like, at least the imagination is there and the story and the politics are there. So like,
I get it.
The drama's a little different.
I totally get it. But the thing is that even with this anime being what it is and what it is about, I compared it to Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? And which that's kind of like, that's an anime that I would expect something like this from. But there was a little more of an intricate
than Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher?
Right. This was a little bit more of an intricate story. And yes, it was kind of cheesy but it had some intense moments, and I just never felt an intense song except
there was like 2 of them.
There were 2, and like I said, this anime after every episode would leave me hanging on the edge of my seat, like wanting to know, like, oh my God, what are they going to do next?
Well, it's just because like the writers of Natsuo in particular, just wrote his decision making just terrible. If he had a good friend that he actually opened up to, or a good parent that was around, this shit wouldn't happen.
I wouldn't say that, because his dad was pretty supportive of him and was in his life. He chose not to talk to anybody. He talked to Fumiya more than he talked to anybody else, and Fumiya is just like his closest friend. That's it. He's
just constantly making bad decisions. That's what this whole anime is him making very bad love triangle decisions.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
He's just an immature boy who doesn't really know what he wants.
It's funny. Like, it's funny, and it is a little steamy at times, and the taboo thing, like it's good.
It creates a whole drama scenario.
Yes,
and I just felt like I wanted just a teeny bit more, and what we got was just not
There's
what I
like-
wanted.
There's
It's
a
not what I
level of
wanted.
cheese to it. Like the instrumentation is fitting, but it's also extra cheesy at times. There's a ton of acoustic guitars, very simple string section. I was like, actually, very simple everything. Honestly. A couple of songs had a little more intricate string parts.
Depth.
Yeah, a little bit more depth. And the rest of it was like one or two instruments from each section.
Yeah.
So you have like one clarinet and a bassoon. You have, I didn't really hear any
There was
oboes or anything.
There was a flute. There was an oboe in there.
And then I wrote like up at the top here on my overall notes, I was like, by number 7, I was like, most of the songs up till 7 sound the same-ish. I did star number 6.
Yeah.
I liked number 6 a lot. And then I get through to about 16 or 17. I was like, shit is starting to sound repetitive. A good chunk of this is very generic. But then we get farther into it. You know, I starred 19. I liked the transition between 13 and 14. That was those fit together very well.
Yeah.
Come Back and Welcome Back.
Yep.
Pure Cafe was like almost putting me to sleep.
I
I'm not gonna lie.
didn't even have notes for that. There's a lot that I didn't have notes for. I was like, I've heard this before.
But also like 12 through 16 and probably 17. I stopped at 16, but the transition's weird.
Yeah.
Between these songs. Like they didn't really fit together. I couldn't quite follow the anime. Then again, I didn't go back and rewatch a couple episodes like I should have to get a better idea of where the score was taking us.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take you on much of a journey. And what was that instrument that we hated?
Oh, the instrument we hated was the bandoneon.
The bandoneon. Man.
That is.
I will point this out when we play a song because I'm sure we'll play one with the bandoneon in it.
So the bandoneon is basically like an accordion. It's popular in Argentina and Uruguay, and it's basically like an accordion that just doesn't hit like the same tuning register as an actual accordion.
I'm also not a huge fan of accordions either.
I am not either. I actually cannot stand the accordions. Every time I'd go to a wedding that had an accordion, I hated my life.
Yeah, it's
loud and obnoxious.
I understand where it could belong in certain genres.
Yes.
Like I get the point of it. And the frequencies that it hits and like the frequency spectrum that it sits in, it makes sense for some genres. That doesn't mean I necessarily like it though. It's so honky. Like it's abrasive to me.
And I felt like it was overused in this OST. It was overused. There was at no point would I have related this instrument to anything that was happening.
Well, didn't they have an accordion and a bandoneon in this OST?
No, it was just the bandoneon.
bandoneon?
It was
Okay.
just the bandoneon.
Well, yeah, the bandoneon seems to not have as much harmony, I think.
Yeah.
To me, it's a little more kind of like a melodica. I hate that instrument too. And a melodica, guys, is basically it looks like a piano, like a little keyboard,
But you blow into it.
but it has a tube that comes off of it and you blow into it.
It's like what Homegirl in Your Lie in April was playing when she was playing with those kids when he first met her.
Yeah. I don't like those cheesy kind of honk sounding instruments. They're a little abrasive to me, and the way that I would incorporate them if I had to use one, if like the tone I thought fit the song that I was recording at the time, I would EQ it so it's not so upfront, because the register and the frequencies that it hits just are in your ears. It like shoves itself above every other piece of music or every other instrument in the piece of music. So I would just EQ it to where it sits underneath everything. If you could put it in the music bed and have it be some sort of ambient noise or enhances another part of the melody, but using it as the main instrument, for me, it's bad. It's a bad choice.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so did you go through all of your overall notes?
Yes.
Okay, which one did you start? I know you started 6.
I started 6. I starred 9.
Uh-huh.
I had a little half star for 13 and 14, mostly because they went together.
I also had a half star for 13.
Perfect. Yeah, those were good. And there was another 2 that went together really well. 19, Bad Rumors was a very good song.
Yeah,
That
I
one got a
had
star
that
from
one.
me.
I had that one starred.
And Frozen Smile was, that one had a little star for me just because it actually the song actually captured not only the title, but I think where it belonged in the anime. The drama of it was nice. And Frozen Smile sounds cold. It sounds like it's a fake smile, like putting on a mask for your friends, essentially, even when you're depressed.
I didn't star that one. I liked it, but I didn't star it. There was a lot of dissonance in the chords that I really liked, but that was kind of...
It just kind of, it fit the thing that they were going for. They did a good job with that one. Al's theme, that one got a little half star from me. Literary department, which is actually before Al's theme, number 21, another half star, mostly because it actually sounds like a theme for Natsuo that isn't immature. It's not an immature theme. It sounds like he's actually passionate about literature.
Well, that's kind of why I started number 9, was because that's Thoughts of Natsuo, and that really showcases his intellect.
Yeah.
His intellect, not his maturity, his intellect. But he's a part of the literary club, and like that's his whole thing with Hina and how he fell in love with her was because he would write and they would just nerd out about writing because she was his literature teacher.
Literature teacher. And then I also had another transition that made a lot of sense to me was 26 and 27. A Midsummer Night's Dream.
And Goodbye After the Dream.
Yeah, so I starred Midsummer Night's Dream. And then 27 got a half star, but just mostly because those two songs could be played seamlessly.
Yeah.
And they would sound really good. It would sound like one piece. So that's it for me, though.
I didn't start track number 31, but I did like track 31, Monochrome.
I liked number 30, too.
I liked 30,
the insert songs were good.
I liked 31 better than I liked Hina's song.
Really? I liked Hina's song better than 31.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because...
Just like in
Hina
the main...
No. Just because, like, the main theme and Hina's song, they use a lot of accidentals and, like, the half-step passing tones to really capture that kind of naughty, taboo, little kinky land there.
Oh.
They capture that emotion with some of the phrasing that they use, especially in the main theme and in Hina's song. There's a chord in there. I'm like, oh shit, Hina's a nymph.
Yeah.
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 So I guess let's get into our first star.
So our first star was track number 6.
Track number 6. Let's play that one. And that one is called
Expectations and Anxiety.
Or Kitai to Fuanto.
That was a good try.
Thank you. Oh man, we're so bad at this. Here it comes.
Bad. Nailed that ticking clock. And I love how it starts as anxiety. You've got the minor chords, you've got the ticking clock, you've got everything going on.
And I love how the strings are holding out that one note.
Yeah. I will say the use and dynamics of this OST is pretty good.
And they're holding out on a note. I don't think it's the tonic. I think it's like the minor third or something. They're still holding it out. They just bring it up and down in dynamics. And then the other instruments or the chords that they choose are kind of clashing with it and then resolving.
But now we turned it into...
They
switched it. So now we went from an anxiety to an expectation. And this is kind of like... And you can hear that. You hear the transition. And that's what I really liked about the song. It was that transition was really nice. They like built it up perfectly.
Cool key change. I love that.
Yeah. And I feel like now the anxiety and expectation are kind of intertwining.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I feel like the song ends a little abruptly.
It does, but I'm sure that the scene does
But
too.
yeah, but the song conveyed everything it needed to. So I don't think that it was necessary to do anything more with it. But yeah, that was probably up there in my top 3 songs from this OST.
For sure. It was definitely in the top 3. If not, it might. No, it's not number 1. But
no, it's not number 1 for me.
My notes for it sounds like a man who's in an ideally non-ideal situation. And we all know why. Wow, very cool. Key change, sad and mildly chaotic for a horny teenager anyway.
Okay.
Now listening to it again, I don't think it's about him. I think it's about Rui.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's more about Rui than him because
she's a real anxious girl.
Well, she's anxious about sleeping with somebody for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And she has expectations of not only how she should be viewed after and how she should feel after. She should feel more like a woman, more adult. And she's expecting sex to go a certain way, like to feel a certain way. And no, it's more anxiety for her than the expectation. She's anxious about her expectations, and they don't come out the way that she wants it to, obviously.
Yeah, no. Okay. Well, let's see. Where did we go from there? That's 6. I didn't have any notes for 7. Barely had any notes for 8. 9. I do really want to play Thoughts of Natsuo.
Okay. I did like number 8. I like the main theme in the piano version better than I did the actual main theme.
Yes, absolutely. I said this piano part is pretty intense. That's it. That's all I said.
It sounds better. I mean,
without that stupid bandoneon.
It just sounds like it was composed on a piano.
Yeah.
And they were trying to figure out instrumentation that would match the rest of the OST. So I think it's much better on the piano than the actual theme.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thoughts of Natsuo, I also had starred. I put this for the notes, probably from Rui. It's her thoughts of Natsuo. Doesn't want to love him, just the price of a good bone. Finally, something different sounding and not so cheesy. It's actually a very interesting, simple piece.
I took a different perspective on that one.
Okay.
I thought this was the thoughts inside of Natsuo. So I said the first piece that sounds different and carries intellect. Pretty representative of the character since he's a huge literature nerd, knows how to use his words, knows how to speak from his heart, like those kind of things. Like you can hear that in the song. Its intellect is conveyed through that beautiful cello. The arpeggiated piano is so technical and the purpose is definitely there. So I took it as like this is what's happening inside of Natsuo's head.
Okay.
And so he's trying to formulate words and feelings and try to figure out like what the hell is happening and why is he feeling the way that he feels.
Cool. Let's listen to it again. Here we go. Natsuo no Omoi.
Like that cello tone is just it's raw. It sounds so raw. It's like if you're sitting right next to it, you can hear it reverberate in your body.
It shakes you.
Yeah. But it almost sounds like a lullaby. It almost seems like it's like sentimental. This is important. But another reason I think it's from Natsuo as well is because like it almost seems like it's kind of bouncing back and forth with that piano. It's just like, do you go here? Do you go there? Do you go here?
You're probably right.
Now he's in a situation. What am I gonna do?
I think I originally thought it was Rui because the song is very brooding.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a brooding.
He's kind of a broody dude too.
Broody dude.
Fruity dude.
That was a very cool
Yeah.
walk down.
All right. I really like that song. I think
a great
that's
piece.
I think that's my top piece.
Like, I would love to listen to that just by itself. Like, go see that at the symphony.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great piece. Cool. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll play too many from this.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot. I mean, we probably played like the most like different songs. I think we should definitely. So I don't want to play all the songs that we just like. I think we should play a song that has that stupid bandoneon in it.
Yeah, like Surprise.
Surprise.
I put at number 10. I put and Back to the Cheese. That's my only note. There's also Pure Cafe, but that had like it makes me a bit sleepy, but it has some cool phrasing in it. The bridge and the climax of that piece was very cool. Which cheesy song do we want to play though?
I mean, we could always go like for the main theme, or that we have the main theme slow version coming up.
Or there's Two Senses of Distance, number 22.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Also, I did kind of feel like this OST went in chronological order.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it probably does too.
Because when we got to, I think it was Unforgivable Love, track 11, I was like, something tells me that the OST goes in order. So this must be referring to the love between their mom and his dad.
Okay.
It seemed super sentimental, but also kind of guarded. So I kind of feel like this OST went in order of the anime.
Well, I think I want to play Bad Rumors first. Let's play another song that we actually like.
Okay.
And that's kind of in order.
Yeah.
That's the next one I had starred. Then we'll play The Two Senses of Distance, which is one that was like an anti-star.
Yeah. An anti-star.
It didn't get an anti-star.
I didn't
but
write any notes for those three, 22, 23, 24. I didn't have any notes for that.
I did like Al's theme, but let's get back to Bad Rumors, number 19. The song feels real and different. This one is still a bit simple, but definitely hits different, as if the composer and the performers truly related to the piece.
Yeah.
They related to the emotion of it. And that kind of is what hits me as a listener. I can hear the energy, I can hear the emotion of the piece. Because if you can relate to it and you can say something with your instrument or say something with your composition of an emotion that you felt either in your past or currently, who knows? I think this one, Bad Rumors, everybody has had that like sinking
somebody talking
suspicion.
about me.
Yeah, that there's some bullshit, even if it's just in school or work, your workplace, whatever it is. Like somebody says a bad rumor about you, it's not true, or even if it is true, it's like everybody's felt that before.
Yeah. I didn't really touch too much on like the purpose of the song, but I said there's a little bit of different structure with instrumentation, and it's actually kind of refreshing. There's a digital touch that I think this OST kind of needed.
It definitely needed some digital.
It's got a little more percussive pads behind the piano melody, and it was refreshing because this is the only song that really even had like noticeable percussion on it. Like even what was it? The main theme where you're like, man, he's even playing cajon.
Yeah,
like he's not even playing like
cajon.
anything else. They're like, oh, did you want to play a snare? No. You want to play this? No. Oh, a cajon. That's what you want to go with? All right, whatever.
It's a nice sounding timbre, but it is simple. It's extra simplified.
Yeah, but this one had the pads and like a little more percussion in it, and this one.
It was a nice change of pace.
This is a nice change of pace.
It was a nice change of pace from the rest of it.
And normally, we're kind of skeptical about digital things and of the like, but this OST needed a little spunk.
Yes, it did. So this one is number 19, Bad Rumors, or Warui Uwasa.
Yeah, get it.
It already sounds so different from everything.
Yeah, everything else. And this is about the chick with the pink pigtails who everybody started rumors that she slept with like all the boys in her high school and is in the same grade as Natsuo.
That's right. To me, I hear like that this bad rumors isn't about everybody else. It's about the person who the bad rumors are about and the way that they feel about those rumors being spoken about them.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like that I'm going to put on this persona that it doesn't bother me, like this attitude that I don't care about these bad rumors, but really it actually kind of makes me sad.
Cutting you down. Like that piano piece, like, is just banging on those keys with that emotion. The kind of intensity I wanted from this OST.
Pads are beautiful.
You know, I don't even think we really need to play anything else because I feel like one of our intro probably is going to have that bandoneon in it.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
We're only going to play you the good songs.
We're only going to play you the good songs. We highlighted the best parts of this OST. We also had to kind of do what we did for One Punch Man with this one. And we're going to have to upload our own videos. So, again, it's going to take a minute.
Yeah,
it's going to take a minute
That's
for us to get them up. But I do recommend going in and listening to it for yourself. And if you find yourself thinking like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, this is a great OST, let us know. I want to know. I want to know why you would think that. And not in a bad way. I want to know what you listen for in an OST.
Yeah, what was relatable to you? Yeah,
because maybe this isn't relatable to us, but it may be relatable to you. And it doesn't have to be in a love triangle kind of way. It can be
or with your stepsister.
Or you're with your stepsister. And if it is, that's fine too. Let us know. I want to hear your stories.
Please.
Give me the gossip.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm such a nosy person.
Nosy Rosie over here. Well, we only played you the great songs.
Yeah, and that's
there's
okay.
a couple other pretty good songs on the OST, but we're not going to play them for you. We're going to keep it nice and short. Once we get everything uploaded, I'll probably do a few videos a day, just like the other one. It is going to take a few days because we have to,
we have to have followers on YouTube to get upload videos on at all at one time.
It actually let me upload like 30 videos last time, which was great. But the problem is actually putting together the video itself and then combining the audio with the video and then rendering that. Guys, rendering is the longest fucking process.
Yeah.
Editing can be pretty easy. If you're editing an entire podcast, that takes about twice as long as the podcast is itself, and sometimes even longer if I'm doing post-production sound design and all that nonsense. But usually it's about twice as long as the podcast episode itself. But the rendering takes almost as long as the entire podcast too. Not quite as long.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this one we're about 10 minutes shy of an hour. And if we hit the whole hour, which we probably will, it'll take about 45 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
To render. So it takes a while. And videos are even longer. Because you have
audio and video.
You have to combine the picture to it.
To render.
And it eats up so much data and takes forever. So give us a few days to get started on the actual uploading for the playlist. We do have the opener and the closer out on the playlist. It is public,
yes.
And we will continue to add the OST to that playlist once we get it up. It will be by far the best quality on YouTube.
Yeah. But we still have the ending to do.
Yes, we still have the ending to do. Absolutely. I'm excited to actually. I know we're talking about this. I'm excited to get it up on YouTube because it'll be completely lossless audio.
Yeah, and also there's one OST on YouTube right now, and I don't know if there was a copyright issue or what had happened, but it's like the full album all on one. It's not like by track, and after like 20 minutes, it just stops playing. It continues to go, but it just is silent.
It's silent, yeah.
So I don't know if it just didn't render correctly and they didn't.
Yeah, it
they
probably
didn't
got
fix
corrupted, uploaded incorrectly.
Yeah. So this will be the only full length album on YouTube. You're welcome.
And I'm gonna upload them each song individually, just so we don't run into that problem, because it takes forever to upload something that's an hour long.
Right.
And if it gets corrupted, then you have to start all over.
Yeah.
So one song at a time. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Let's get into the ender.
Let's talk about the ender. Garrett, I talked about, reps, everything. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. The ender is Wagamama. I love saying that. That's fun to say. Self-Indulgence by Alyssa Takigawa. Or Elisa, I'm sure. It was released in March of 2019 as well as her 7th single. And it was released on a single containing the ending of episode 8. Always as both regular and instrumental versions. It peaked at number 35 on the Oricon. And Alyssa Takigawa has done 7 Deadly Sins.
Can't wait for part 2 to come out. I want to finish this fucking series. God damn it.
We only have, 12 episodes left?
Yes.
Fucking A, man.
Rude.
We also have, I'll play this before I give you guys the bad news.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play the song first. So this is the ender. You ready to say it again?
Do it.
Wagamama. It's a pretty groovy track too.
It is groovy.
Oh, I love that chord. And the tremolo effect,
Yeah.
the vibrato that they have on the guitar, the second guitar, the plucked one. It's coming out of your right headphone if you guys are listening to it through your headphones. It's a great ending song.
Well, good. They had to freaking match the OP.
Yeah, that is a great ending song. I really like it. It doesn't hit quite as hard as the OP.
It does not rock
okay.
out. We don't rock out with that song, but it's still a groovy and upbeat song. Like, it's still enough to like get you moving. I was dancing.
Oh yeah, I got to groove in too. Like when that chorus came back around.
Yeah.
That's a very, very well done song. I like that one a lot.
You want to talk about the lyrics?
Yes, let's get into the lyrics.
I'll be selfish to you. Oh, why? Your little kindness in normal days, I cherish them and open them often to look. I wouldn't be able to ask you about your feelings, and losing myself, the easiest things become harder to do. If I become an adult, here's that adult thing. Everybody fucking wants to be an adult, and then you become an adult and you're like, fuck why?
This.
Oh, if I become an adult, can I live well without worrying about something like this? Yeah. My feelings get ahead of myself again. I can't stand it more. Don't look that way.
That sounds about like it's Rui again. I feel like Rui's the main character. They made Rui the main character.
Garrett, do you want to know how the manga ends?
Yeah. Are we going to spoil it for everybody else too?
Probably. If you don't want to hear it, I'll wait. I'll wait till we like decide if this fits or not. And then you can like, we've gotten through all the content, and if you know, if you want to know, you can stay. If not, goodbye.
I think it fits.
I think it fits as well. I think the animation's pretty simple in the sequence, but I feel like the song kind of takes you out of the episode pretty well. It kind of has that like angsty, emotional ending, which you kind of need when you finish these episodes, because you're like, man, what kind of shit are they going to get themselves into now?
Yeah, very, very soap opera-y.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it fits.
I think it fits too.
Cool.
Check it off. 2 for 2.
It's a check.
Hell yeah, cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Cha-fucking-ching.
All right. Well, that about finished the music aspect of it.
Yeah, the music's done. We do have some bad news.
Yes.
There is no hope for a season 2.
Yep. A fan on Twitter was inquiring about a season 2 from the manga creator, and the manga creator was like, probably not.
Yeah, they're like, was this a flop, I wonder?
I don't know, because the reason I found it was because Crunchyroll pushed it on me on my Instagram. They pushed it, and I heard the OP, and I was like, oh man, that kind of looks interesting. I really want to know. My horniness. I just want to know.
Of course, you horn dog.
I just want to know. So I watched it, and I really liked it. And there's a ton of people who want a season 2. Surprised there's not a petition, because there's a petition for literally everything else.
Yeah, not that petitions do anything.
But I really enjoyed this anime, and from all the articles that I've seen, there's a lot of people. I've got 2 different sides of the coin. I've got the feminist side of the coin. There's like literally a feminist anime page where they talk about and shut down all these animes, and I just don't agree with that viewpoint, because it's still an anime and it's a story. And, and people can write about whatever they want to write about, and it doesn't have to be real. And nobody is saying that this is a realistic
what the fuck?
way of doing things and that this is how life works. However, I do catch the other side of the coin saying that this is actually a realistic way of going about what if this actually happened in your life. Like, it would be a struggle and something to you work through your emotions, and it shows there was a bunch of different facts from people talking about studies and things like that about sleeping with somebody for the first time and having feelings for them, even though it you went into it being like, I don't want any feelings from this. I just want to fuck. That's it. But studies show that it is more probable that you're going to develop feelings and even a facade of love, even if you sleep with somebody with no intention of doing that. I mean, that's fucking how I ended up with Garrett.
You sound so happy about it.
I'm just saying that if you can find any realism from this anime, it's that this actually has been shown and proved by people, especially in the Japanese culture, how it is about when you talk with your close friends and you have relationships with your friends and family, and how all these things kind of unravel. And it even shows you don't really introduce your family to somebody that you've been dating until you have the intention of marrying them. So of course, Natsuo wouldn't have known about his dad being with this other chick who had these 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way the culture works.
Also, he was never around his dad. He never really he was just an introvert, I think.
Yeah. So I liked this anime, and the information that I found due to the research of this anime, it made me appreciate it a little more. So it was
definitely an entertaining anime.
It was. But yeah, I think that's all I got for that on that spectrum.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for that. Well, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Unless you want to tell us how the manga ends.
Oh, yes. Okay. For those of you who don't want to know, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend and month and year whenever you're listening to this. And we love you and hope you have a great day. Manga ending. Cha-cha!
Cha-cha. Let's go.
So he marries Hina. And gets Rui pregnant, and all of them live happily together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's way worse than the
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah. I was like, what?
So there's for those of you who don't know, Rui and Hina are actually sisters.
Yes.
They're actually sisters. They're Natsuo's stepsisters, but they're actually related to each other.
Yes. And so he's married to one sister, and the other sister has his baby, and they all live happily, and all four of them live happily together in one home.
Woo!
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I was like, I saw that and I said, oh my God.
Season 2 shouldn't even be about them. It should be about the little kid.
Baby who has
The
to deal through all
fucking
that
baby
shit.
grown up and like the baby's in either middle school or high school dealing with
Trying to explain to
that
friends
fucking
like
bullshit.
this is my aunt and also my
mom. That's my aunt mom. That
Talk
makes
about
no
talk
sense.
about sister wives, right?
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, well, thank you. I wasn't going to read the manga, so I'm totally okay with being spoiled by that. And it's funny to talk about.
It's funny. I thought it was
Wow.
funny.
Okay.
What a chain of events.
What a fucking
Dun, dun,
change
dun.
change of events. A chain of
Chain-
events.
chain.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that threw me for a loop there. But I think that's it. Before we go though, I do have something special for George. And it's right here. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
All right, Emily, take us on out.
My beautiful, lovely anime fans or music fans, however you got here, we're happy to have you here.
Or you beautiful bitches.
Are you beautiful bitches? You're not a magnificent bitch because that's me.
That's you.
Whether you are taking us with you for the ride or you're chilling in your own BBC, we are absolutely fucking thrilled to be sharing our love of anime and music and sound effects with you. Just you.
Just you. And you, and you.
And you.
And you.
And you. Oh, yeah, you over there.
And on that note, if you could head on over to our Instagram, give us a follow, shoot us a message, talk to us, please. Talk to us.
And
Just
tell
talk
us,
to us.
And tell us if I told you to follow our Instagram. Like, let me know how I met you, because you're going to follow us with your weird Instagram name, and I'm not going to know who the hell you are.
We aren't going to know if you found us on Instagram or if you listen to the podcast first. Whatever you do, hit us up on Instagram, shoot the shit with anime or about anime with us. And if you could, guys, go to the show notes. In the show notes, we have the link to the playlist, which will be continuously updated over the course of the next week or two. And we will have a link to our Etsy shop. If you guys feel like supporting the show and you want to get some cool anime merch, whether it's one of our shirts or prints, we got stickers, we got buttons, we got some shit.
And also for everybody who has bought stuff, and especially
so much.
especially left reviews, like, thank you so much. Y'all have been so sweet. It's been really fun, like, packaging everything up and sending it out.
Feels official as
It
fuck.
feels official, and it's really nice to write you guys personal notes.
Yeah.
Especially if we know you. But thank you so much. I really cannot say enough how much love we feel every time we get an order.
Seriously, it brightens our day every time I see that thing pop up on my phone.
I'll be at work and I'm like, oh my God, we got an order.
Yeah, she'll text me right away.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank you guys. And yeah, if you'd like to buy some merch, the link to the Etsy shop is in the show notes. The link to the YouTube playlist is in the show notes. The link to the Instagram's in the show notes. And if you're feeling generous and you don't really need any anime merch, there's also a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which I still need to update. I'm going to put the Square app. We're using the Square payment system that you can also donate to as well. There's a donate button in our link tree. And if you guys want to show support and you can't afford to do any of that, totally understand. If you could just do one thing for us, just give us a review on whatever platform you stream us on. We love reviews. We would love any sort of feedback.
Give us love.
Yeah, not just love. We will take any feedback. I will take criticisms, concerns, questions,
Recommendations.
complaints if you got them. But
yeah. I hope you don't have any complaints. If you do, please let us know. But all the things. We love the things. Give us things.
Give us things.
Also, if you're in the Austin area, we are trying to plan an event where we can meet all of you. So if y'all have any ideas of something that you would be interested in doing, shoot us our way. Because right now we're just kind of thinking of like dance parties, watch parties,
Anime bingo,
like all kinds of things. So if you have any, if you think that you would be willing to like come hang out with us and we have an event that you would want to be a part of, let us know. We'd be happy to like throw the kind of party that you want to have.
For fucking sure. So hit us up.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend and a great month and a year and,
Yep.
all the things. Stay safe out there.
Yes, please stay safe.
Fucking Delta variant shit.
Oh my God, don't get us started. Bye, guys.
Bye.
This has been a Beanbag Chair Media production.